Hi, today we're going to be looking at the Broadlink RM Mini 3. Now this is the latest version, it's called Black Bean. I do believe however that RM may be bringing out a RM Mini 4 in 2019, so that's this year. That hasn't been confirmed yet. You've probably seen this, this universal remote control device on various other videos like Paul Hibbert, I think he's done a video, and also Tech with Brett, I think he's also done a video. The reason I've got one, well basically because I have to fund everything myself for everything I do. I don't get sponsored at all, so what you see is what I've personally got. This arrived today, so I thought I'd do a quick video on it. The reason why I bought it, well, I was looking at getting a Logitech Harmony hub. The reason this being is because I wanted some way to control my TV and my cable box remotely. Now, as an avid SmartThings user, it would be nice if I can link this into SmartThings. I do believe there's a device handler for it, but at the very least I wanted it to be part of my routines. Like when I go to bed at night, I can just tell my Google to it's night night and it will shut everything down, and I wanted it to be able to control the telly. Now I know this could have been done differently, and certainly there is the bigger product, which is the RM Pro, which does both RF and it also does IR, but I just wanted something really that was going to serve my purpose, and it may serve your purposes as well. So here it is. Right, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to open the box, see what's inside. I think I pretty much know what's going to be inside, but we're going to do that together anyway, and then we'll see how, from there what we can do with it. So let's open it up. Nothing inside the box. I've seen a couple of videos where there was actually Chinese instructions inside of the box, but this is a newer version. So, and this was ordered, in all honesty, from Amazon. I think it was £17-18, so it's not particularly expensive. Not when you look at a Harmony, which just for the hub alone is £90 to £100. When you start looking at with an actual remote, it can cost you anything up to £200. So this is a real cheap option, and for what I wanted it for, I think the Harmony would have been severely overkill. So what does it say on the box? Because that's always a good thing. Product name, Universal Remote. Model, the RM Mini 3. Supported OSs, iOS and Android 4 and above. Specifications: input power is 5V DC 1A micro USB, so typical phone charger then. Infrared frequency is 38K. Working temperature 0 to 50 degrees, so pretty much normal temperature then. Humidity is up to 85%, so as long as you're not sort of sat outside on a hot day in the rain, you should be okay. Wi-Fi frequency 2.4 gigahertz. It supports 802.11b, G and N. No AC, but B, G and N all the same. Standby power, it says here 0.88 watt, so it's not using an awful lot of juice on there. Infrared direction, multi-directional infrared. Now that's actually a good thing, because most infrared you have to point it directly at the device. So, you know, if you've got a TV and a cable box and a tuner or a receiver, and you can only point it in one direction, it kind of sort of voids the purpose really, so that's okay. Infrared range 8 meters, which is a fair distance really. Size is 55 by 55 by 64.5 millimeters, and the net weight is 95.5 grams. Manufacturer China, no surprise. What else is on the outside? It has an app. It's available from the App Store or one from Google Play. what does it tell you here? Real-time control, timer control, healthy sleep. Anyway, cloud IR codes, smart match, cloud panel. Yeah. So according to this, it can do a set-top box, it can do your TV, it can do your AC, it can do audio and IR more. As you can see there, tells you what it says it can do. But basically, if you've got a device that's IR, it'll pretty much work. It does do learning, so you don't necessarily need the codes. So we took it out of its outside box. This is the inside box. We've got to tear it to get into it, but that's really no big problem. And what have we got inside? Right, first of all, micro USB cable, typical really, phone cable, and we have the RM Mini Broadband Universal Remote User Guide. Now the real surprise of this is, of course, it's not in Chinese. As you can see, it's all in English. First of all, I thought, well, flick it over, it's going to be in Chinese, but that's in English as well. So it gives you a complete setup guide. We're going to be going through setup as well, and how we can utilise this, but that's nice to see, to be honest. It means that RM are looking more towards their European and their US market as being a valid market, rather than just, you know, buying a Chinese device and hoping for the best. So let's take this out of the box. Well, I mean, what can you say? Yeah, I've actually seen little Bluetooth speakers that are bigger. I mean, you know, this is, where you can see, this is a real small thing, which is kind of quite good because it makes it quite unobtrusive. Just to strip off the plastic covering. Yeah, you've got a blue LED at the front. At the back, you've got a reset button, and you've got your power socket. Nothing else in the box. What does that tell us? You've got to supply your own power supply, but I'm sure most people have an old power supply knocking about. What I do notice though is, if you listen, this is rattling. I think this. I would be surprised if this actually works, mainly because it's not supposed to rattle. So that sounds like something's actually come off the board. Keep on watching this video, and we'll soon find out whether this is a working model or if this is going to have to go back. So watch this space. I'm going to power it up, and we'll see how it goes. And if it works, it works, and if it don't, then we'll have to send it back and get a replacement. So let's power it up. Okay, I've spent the last hour trying to work out this particular RM Mini. Reason being is because I have a newer phone and a newer version of Android. No matter what I did, I installed the app, it just would not connect. I tried to do it under access point mode, wouldn't connect on that either. Wouldn't find the SSID of my Wi-Fi router. So what did I do? Well, luckily enough, I've still got an old Android, which well, let's just say that it did manage to connect. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to go through the process, and hopefully this will work all right. If it don't, we'll obviously have to pause again, You know, this is a learning curve, so at least it shows you, you know, if you guys have problems trying to set this up as well, that might be a reason. You know, if your phone is brand new, it might be due to the version of Android, I don't know. But like I said, I'm using this on an old S5 now, and we'll see whether or not we can get in. So the first thing you've got to do is, if you go to the, well, if you're an Android user, you go to the Play Store, look under Broadlink, and you're given a few options, and what you're looking for is the Intelligent Home Center. Now, as you can see from the screen, you get two. You get version 2.5 and version 1.9. The version 1.9 does not work, and a lot of these were brought in due to the GDPR regulations, etc. So let's start off by installing the 2.9 version. So we'll click and install. Now, as you can see, it's asking for an awful lot of access rights. So maybe installing it on an old Android phone rather than your current phone is a good thing. So we'll accept that, and we can watch it install in all its glory. Luckily enough, I've got a relatively fast broadband, so this shouldn't take too long. But yeah, like I said, I'm surprised the thing worked at all, to be honest, because it was rattling like a good one. But while this is installing, we'll just fast forward through the video. Okay, so it's now installed. When you first power up the Blackbean, the RM Mini 3, it will give you a fast blue flashing light. That's to say that it's ready for pairing, so we can open that up. It tells you what permissions this needs, but it also tells you why. Bearing in mind, of course, this is GDPR, so it's got to ask it, and it's got to tell you what it's doing. The first thing you're going to have to do is register your email address with Broadlink. So I'm going to put my email address in, and then it's going to ask you if you want to send a verification code. Okay, so we're now in. So we can select to get started. Please set up your country or region. As you can probably tell from the accent and from those that know me personally, I'm from the UK. So UK. Setup was successful. Please confirm. Support home intelligence, gateway, lighting, control equipment, experience optimization, whatever that is, I don't know, so we'll just go okay that. And it says welcome to smart home, and we want to add a device. So align barcode or QR code within frame to scan. So let's try that. Do you want to install an update to this existing application? Ooh, not sure. Let's say we'll have the update. There we go. The app is now updated, so we can reopen that. It's asking you for permissions again. So we ask it to add a device. It's asking for the QR code or the. So let's see if it will do it off of the. Oh, cannot find product. Well, that doesn't bode well, does it? Couldn't get the IHC app to actually find my device. So what I've done is I've downloaded the eControl. So what we're going to do? Oh, right. First of all, it's found my wireless access point. So we'll click the plus button and say add device. What it's done is it's checked for my my wireless access point, and it's reporting back there. That is one of my wireless access points that I've set up for this. So you press configure, and then it's just a waiting game while it searches to see whether the device is on your network. So what we'll do is we'll just fast forward the video till it finds it. Okay, once you've set up the device on the older app, you're then able to get into the new IHC app. I've done that on my phone, and as you can see, the RM Mini is listed. I've assigned it to the living room, but what we want to do is add an additional device. So if we click the device button, right, it's going to ask me what kind of device that I want to add. So in this instance, I want to add a TV. It's going to look for its list of TVs. Now the TV that I've got in my lounge is a Hitachi. So what I'm going to do, I'll make it easy. I'm not going to go through lots and lots of scrolling. It would help if I could actually put in the right thing. There we go. A Hitachi television. It says to turn your television off. So I've made sure my television is turned off. Right, so you confirm that. Right, and it says please tap this button to control your TV. Does your TV respond? In this instance for me, no. So it'll ask again. Does your TV respond? No. Again. What you do need to do, of course, is give it enough chance to actually send the code to the TV. Hence why I'm doing it through again. Right, okay. It did respond on number 4, so you can say yes. Then it's going to go through the settings of the options of your remote. So volume, yes. Volume down, yes. Channel, yes. Channel down, yes. Right, device name, well, it's just called TV, but I'm going to call it the lounge TV. I'm going to put it in the living room and OK. Please make sure Wi-Fi Universal Remote is in the IR range of the appliance, which I've made sure. It's then asking me, because it knows that this remote has lots of more buttons, it's asking me to aim your remote control at the universal remote, then tap the following button on your remote control. Stop. Right, so now I should be able to sort out what sources, what channels. Let's see if we can still do the numbers. Right, as you can hear, everything seems to be working good on the lounge TV. If we go back to home, we can see in the living room we've got the RM Mini 3 and we've got the lounge TV. And of course, this actually does work with Google Home as well. It shouldn't be too difficult to set up. I've had a quick look on the internet and basically just add it as a device really. So if we go and say, right, add a device, it's not there already, so we say set up a device. Now, even though I know, well, I do know that the new devices just won't find it. So the best way to go about this is to say works with Google. Scroll down, and as you can see, you've got 2 Broadlink smart homes there. You've got the EU version and the standard. You want to go with the standard because you didn't install the EU app. Then I'm going to ask you to log in to your link account, so we'll confirm that. And I'll just put in my my email address. And we'll ask it to sign in. So we'll say we want to add it to the room for the living room. So we scroll down, we tick living room, and we'll just wait for that to acknowledge. Right, as you can see, that item has now been added to the living room. So if we go back to our home and we scroll down and we look in the living room, as you can see, it now has the lounge TV listed, but this only gives us the most basic functionality of either on or off. In order to get more complex functionality from your Blackbean, what you have to do is to create both scenes in the Blackbean software and then have that relate to a routine within Google Home. That's another subject all by itself, so we'll approach that in part 2 of this series. But for now, please feel free to subscribe, or of course if you want notifications, don't forget to ring that bell or give us a thumbs up. I'll see you next time.